Hey guys, just quick message from me. It's a bit of a shameless plug, but I made all the beats that you hear in the background of this episode. I do them for most of my episode. If there's ever music, it's music that I've created by God's grace. But yeah, if you like the tracks, maybe you're an artist, you want to jump on them, I'll link my BeatStars below. If you just want to purchase them to support your boy, feel free to do so. Don't feel pressured at all. But yeah, just wanted to share that. I love making music, and if you want to check out more of my beats, I'll put a link to that in the description. Without further ado, enjoy the episode. Peace.
What's good, guys? Back again with some combines. Yeah, 3 accounts. I've recorded episodes for all of them, and for whatever reason, I just started way too heavy every single time. I'd be in some deep drawdown. I try and pull myself out of the drawdown. I'd just be filtered by starting too heavy. And I know that I'm doing the same thing again here. With some combines, it's 8:30 news. We've been trending down this entire day. Yeah, insanely bearish day. We pull up the trading view here. MCC London Asian session, we've just been spooling. We've got this daily busy. This would be my first main target here, but I think we could be spilling even lower. We've got our new accounts here. This account should be hitting TP quite soon. We're hitting 1275. So we've got new accounts now with the funded next. So these are not the legacy, I can't remember, the other type. But basically they work similar to a top step. The benefit is that you don't have to pay any activation fees. They're pretty much the same rules, and there is a consistency rule of 40%. So that does suck, but there's no cap, which is quite nice. So you could just swing for the fences, and you can take 50% of whatever you make on the account. So I think the game plan for now is to just go slow and steady. That's what we're going to try and aim for. I should be adjusting my stops as we're being down here as well. Plus of 2 there. So I just want to be mindful of the expecting a potential VWAP tap, but this daily busy is definitely my target for now. There's a 4-hour busy resting right here as well, so I think that's where we're going to draw first before we bounce back. But we could see at 9:30 recovery of just another push to the upside. We're seeing bearish candles taking more of the volume. Let's just wait and see how we go. It looks like we are respecting VWAP on a 30-second. If we get a 30-second closure above VWAP, I'm going to close myself out. I'm going to adjust stops on this account because we are a little bit down. We didn't get the best entry compared to the other account. We did just buy this one a little bit later, so we'll wait and see here. But daily VWAP can still hold us here. I'll just check the 1 minute. Make sure there's no obvious gaps we could be going for. This looks all pretty filled, to be honest, so expecting some further continuation here. We just check the higher time frame, still in the small time frames here. We'll stick to the 3 minute. The 5-3 level is where I'm trying to take profit. Let's hope we're going to bounce up just a little bit here. Sanctuary, I think so, that should still hold. Yeah, so there was that little pierce above it. So I like to have stops just a little bit higher than those key levels. Expecting a bit of a flood of liquidity. This should be our last movement. Hopefully we start taking these lows. If we take this low, we should be out on the TP on this first account. Then if we're running all the way to the TP at 24556, keeping in line with the daily busy at 22553, just taking TP a little bit higher. So that should be us. Beauty on one account here. We'll adjust the stops to this high now, and just letting this one run all the way down to the daily level. I probably should have recorded my idea beforehand. I was actually waiting for a previous day value area low right here. You can see it coincides with this level. It's a bit lower than what the level was, but we tapped it perfectly and moved away from that point. Again, we're down 0.64% on the day. It's spooling lower. The most volume we've had so far has been bearish, so try not to fight that trend. That's why I'm going to continue going lower. So we should use this as resistance to continue pushing to the downside here. So we got previous week point of control. We got a daily BC. We got a 4-hour BC as we saw before. This is a good level to get out of shorts, at least for maybe a retrace. I'm expecting probably a push back up and then another move to the downside. So you can get both of these accounts sorted today. That would be brilliant, but let's just wait and see. Contesting with VWAP once again. Based on this wicking candle, taking out these lows and then closing back above, does indicate we probably will be looking long. So I'm going to take myself out here. Expecting a push above this week up here, based on the volume that we're seeing right now. Actually a little push maybe to here, before we spill back again to the downside. Okay, looks like I was wrong. I'm excited to see he's gonna run for the daily busy. That's okay. We can just get back in, to be fair. Just want to double check. Sellers are just gonna flood this thing. That's a little bit annoying, but that's alright. See if we can push back up into here for another short. We've been filling in our orders nicely, so we'll wait to see if we can tap up into here. See if we get a retrace up. Taking this high is probably good enough, but with an idea, I think we have a good chance of pushing up a little bit high. Let's wait and see. Hovering close to the BC level now, making sure there's no other. Okay, so we've got the 30-minute BC in here. There's another one resting right here that I don't think we go lower. Let's just wait and see. I've noticed that my win rate for trades goes up substantially when I'm using limit orders compared to just getting in on the market. That's definitely something to note here. Unlikely just going to take this here. Tried to get out tap, closed above this high. Sellers should continue this downward move here. So 553, we'll try to get out of 555. I don't think our trade rate is just a little bit annoying. So 555, take ourselves out here just before the daily busy level. There would have been a push, stand our entry right on cue. See if we can add 10 micros here into our position. Just want to see this drop below 200 for a confirmation that we are actually getting sellers involved. That's what I'm waiting to see now, letting the price determine whether you're right or wrong. Even if there's a little bit of a pushback here, that's fine. We've seen a willingness for price to go lower here, so it's okay. Still contesting with this VWAP, resting right here. And I'm going pretty heavy on the size again, just for the combined target. We know the direction. We know our draw of liquidity right here. I got a little bit gung-ho, especially with the profit targets being really light on the 25k accounts here. We know where our target is with 3 minis. If we can reach these levels, we should be stopped out before we get out. Let's just wait. Last reaction on the 32nd here. Haven't really seen like a crazy amount of volume come out in these candles as well. Like it's not indicative of a reversal pattern, so we can just chill. Found it. Could expect us, yeah, I was just going to say, us to spool heavily down since we're close to this level. Should spool, take out a bunch of liquidity. Good reactions here. Took ourselves out just a little bit early, but again, I'm just trying to get to the market. You can see the time, 10:47 p.m., which equates to just past 8:45 New York time. I'm just finding the New York, London sessions are working a bit better for me. I was trying to switch to Asia, but the time that I'll have to spend and just the, lack of movement, lack of direction as well. Like it is very wiki in Asia. You just have to take your profits really quick. I think we'll get to that spot eventually. Probably want to have a bit more of a buffer. For now, I think using these levels that are serving me quite well. We're going to take ourselves out of the 2 minis because it's more of a position and we've got a worse entry compared to the library from the 37 as well. Still trying to preemptively push this up until this target is met. We're still gonna expect further downside here. That's really nice trading when you have that clear draw on liquidity. Not to say it couldn't just spike and do a 180 on us right now, but that you just in a higher probability trade, so it works a little nicer. I'd really be more consistent in just filming the losses and uploading them. I just really don't like how I'm trading and I don't really want that to go out, but I've just got to confront myself and my behavior and take myself out of these accounts. Gonna let this last. Oh, I took myself out of the wrong one, did I? No, I didn't. And that's exactly why I wanted to take myself out. So we got pretty close there and now we're starting to see a fair bit of volume come back. So I'm going to take myself out of this position as well. Or just put our stops at break even right here. See if there's enough momentum, seeing that reaction. Potentially we could get one more little drop to the downside, but I'm expecting if we get a closure above VWAP here, we'd just look for a long back to retrace a bit of this downward move. If we go to a higher time frame, 30 or 15 minute, obviously see what we're seeing here. If we flick to the daily, we're pretty much at this level right here. We can expect that sellers are going to start getting themselves out of the marketplace. This is what I should have done before, like just adjust stops rather than take yourself out, because especially with the momentum of the trade, so much better just to adjust your stops. Let the stop loss do the actual work rather than preemptively taking yourself out. Here we are. Looks like we are going to run this one more time. Punch for that 255 level and then call it a day. There's no resting orders here. Because if it's been a hectic day to the downside, I would not be surprised if we just absolutely blast through. Pretty much at it here now, as we expected. I'm probably just going to take half of the position off here. And so now we're just looking for about 125 more. If we get to about 300 on this profit, then we're good. Pretty much at the level that we want to be at. There's no point holding this back for this to completely reverse on us if a bunch of buyers are going to start stepping in. This is why it's really important to have your levels like you know we're getting in, you know we're getting out, and stick to that. Like that has helped me so much over the last few weeks. You guys have probably seen I'd make a trade, hold on to it for dear life, and then watch the whole thing reverse on me, and that's what puts me on tilt. You've seen how much you made that day. You didn't take anything off the table. You watch the comeback. You're in drawdown now. I lose it. I still can't find a way to control that. And the best way to do that is just take partials. For me, anyway. Figure out your psychology. If that doesn't impact you, doesn't mean that you're going to get it right 100%, but at least you got something that you wake up with as the plan. Let's see if we can keep on taking these lows. And if we are going to push past, we should just zoom in downward displacement and just knock this out. If that's the case, this will be the next target. I think we should hopefully hit TP before that, but let's wait and see. Okay, so pretty much hit the level now. I believe we are very close. We're probably like a tick away, like 1 point away from the daily BC level here. So see what price wants to do, whether we're going to floor it or whether we're just going to tap it and then bounce right back. So just going to keep on trailing our stop here. Okay, so there is the drop as we suspected, and yeah, I reckon this thing sort of floor right past it. But there's the daily BC level. This is a 2-minute chart though, so just got to be mindful. Like on an M5, definitely would expect that we push a little bit below and then hover around. Maybe we'll just see when it closes, but I probably should have taken a little bit more off the table. Looking like buyers stepping. These are like all the sellers getting out of the position as we were talking about. But again, if that momentum from all of this is too strong, we're just going to keep on nothing. No point trying to go against the curve here. If we get closures above VWAP with some displacement, we're flipping long for just that last little 75 or whatever we need. For now, it's looking good. Working like sellers don't want to give up. See who wins this tug of war. I'm going team sellers. Team sellers still look to be in hold position here. Next target would be previous week body control. This is a very key level, very significant. We'll see how price reacts here. There we go. These reactions. Now we've got buyers stepping in. That warrants you to think, okay, maybe it could be flipping. See if we go closure above this VWAP blue line here. Looking for still about 150 here. Once again, I've noticed it's a pattern and I just queued back all the profit that I made. But yeah, I think we can look for a long here. Right off that daily BC tap. So we're going to go long. Looking for about 150 here. So we just flick to these slightly higher time frames. See on the one, if we can get closure out above here on the one the next 30 seconds, we'll add that rust 5, and this should be enough to take us to our TP here. It's really nuts. I love using volume profile. I can't stress it enough. The precision is insane. To literally hit the exact point, melt to our target of interest, watch, wait for volume, wait for a reaction with displacement, and now we're flipping to the opposite side. Interesting reaction to the downside there. Just going to be careful here. Lower time frames will give us a better idea what's going on. Wire size down. If any moves like that and you risking minis, you're all of a sudden just giving back the profit that you just made. It might have just been a fake out. Sellers that don't recognize the key level and the displacement that we saw before. Or again, if that momentum is strong enough, it will just continue going. But this looks good for now. If we go closure above here, I think we are valid for the high push. So we'll just put a buy stop here and let's see how we go. So it looks like it might have been a fake out. Push it back up for the highs. Just want to see a closure. We don't want to see this wick, but nice. We push above, past, closed above view up, respecting it now. So this does indicate that we should be moving higher, but if we see a displacement blowing to the downside, we'll call it. But I like using the limit and the stop orders now because we're not just aping in. If price gets here with momentum, then we're tapped in, rather than preemptively expecting and adding more risk and then it just falls away. Hopefully we can hit TP so I can hit the sleek because it is getting late. It's 9 o'clock. It's just opened now, the hourly candle. see whether we tap up into here, because we've already hit previous day value area lows. Seems unlikely that we'll punch up again, but now we've got the 4 mini with the 10 micro position on here, so we're just going to be very mindful. Put our stop loss at the wants to flip on us. It flips on us, and it is what it is. Bit of indecision here. I like the M2 here. I like this reaction off the daily level. Push back, volume, stepping back down for buys. See if we respect it again. If we want to close below now. Let's see. There is a bit resting in here, but again, I don't want to fight this momentum. I do not want to fight any of that. Best case scenario, it does come into here, reacts, and then pushes away. We're going to get a better entry down here. Then if we, but again, if we just floor and invert this, we're back on the sell side. Yeah, it's annoying that we got faked out with the push higher and then no closure. Let's see if we respect here. Looking for an inversion of this. After tapping into, I want to see us tap this whole bottom because we are on a downtrend. So momentum will take us down here naturally. I want to see the reaction once we hit here. If we push past it, we just get back on team shorts. Let's see. Waiting for the correction. There we go. Exactly what we said. We're getting a better entry than if we had held our position here. We tapped, went way past it, bounced right back up, put our stops right at this low. Don't want us to push past this again. Expecting just a little bit of a push back to the upside. Buyers really trying to hold this here, which is good. Very good to see. Now, if we get this closure above here, we're going to adjust our stops to this low right here. Don't want to move it too early as we might contest once again. We're seeing that confirmed on a 1 minute. Hopefully we get this inversion here now. This would be our first sort of resistance, which we are seeing. You can push past this city. You should be right as rain. Okay, so sellers are still going to take control here. It looks like still holding this level. I do want to get out. I don't want to be in here too long, close to 9:30 open, because that volatility at open is just going to go up, down, and take everyone out. He's in a position if this thing can power before that. That sort of makes sense. Like 8:30 moves down, taps into this daily BC, and then 9:30 gives us that reaction back to the upside. But again, we still have targets below. So you've got targets above and below. It's not as high probability as when we were chasing for that daily BC. Clear target in mind. Now we are taking a bit of a hunch. We're seeing what we need to see though, which does support our move to the upside, especially after that tap previously. Seeing the volume, seeing what we need to see. So we're just trusting in the process. As you said, if we get closure above this blue line here, we're going to adjust our stops to here. We're very close to being stopped down here. We had to just check the 13 seconds, waiting to see if we get in. That's not ideal. We did get that closure though, so adjust our stops. Nice, we're already at the high. It's a good sign to see. Looking like, once again, it didn't get past that 1 minute level. That reaction to us closing right here is probably a big tell. So yeah, we're probably gonna push a little bit to the downside here. I don't know whether it's worth getting back in or whether we just call it and come back at 4. We'll just see what this 2 minute wants to close. I don't want to fight the momentum really. You really want to see a sharp instant reaction from this level, and we just haven't seen that. We tried to preemptively call it, but I don't think it was there. So I think we go back to the team shorts here. I think we just call it, come back at 4 a.m. as usual, see if we can get that last little squeeze. We're getting close to that 11:30, 9:30 open, so I don't want to hang around for too much longer. 2.5 is going to be our target now then, just above the previous day point of control. Previous day point of control. So what's that? It's about 25 points, 500. That should be our target. So I probably should have, if I'm going against the trend, just stick to using 5 micros, because there's a much less likely chance that trade's going to pan out. But if we're sticking with the trade momentum for the day, I think we're warranted to increase the size just a little bit. At least you've got support of other traders as well. So if we can get this push down to previous day point of control, which will be another highlight of just how clutch volume profiles are. Let's check out the levels. Our 4-hour BC previous week point of control. We've got a volume imbalance and another value gap resting here. Usually after this 4-hour candle, not too much volume though, to be fair, in comparison with obviously 9:30 opens and things like that, but definitely seeing some steep. I like watching here. It's just an extra confluence, so I don't think we're going to get too much higher from here, just based on how the previous 5 minute has closed. So I'm just going to tap up into VWAP here, look for another downside. So just wait and see. The imbalance, resting right, twitch past, worst timing, hit in on that, and that's okay. That I think would be in the prime spot there, but we have now closed above once again. This is on a 30-day. We just checked the 1 minute. Looking prime, beautiful, nice reaction. I just want to be in and out before 11:30, so I'm trying to go a little bit heavier on the size here. Want to be out like 5 minutes before open if I can. Even if we're in the red, we're just going to take it, come back at 4 because it's getting late and it's right before open. Probability definitely is not on our side as much there. That's fine. Yeah, nice. Yeah, beautiful. Very nice reaction. Should invert this. Even if we don't, I want to get our next entry here if we can at these equal lows. If we can tap up. And for a nice clean reaction here, straight to the downside. Straight past this low now as well. Where we are relative to money control level. Using the daily BC as resistance now as well. Having no closures above this level for the time being. Wait to see if we can take this low down. It's really nice. If we can get this last little push. The market always does that. At your TP level, at your level, but let's just reverse right now. Let's wait and see. Wow, this would be frustrating if this actually wants to take off. Cool. Trading, man. That is insane. Yeah, we've closed above now, which would indicate longs. That's a rough one, but that's okay. You just got to be dynamic. Wait to see if we push further into the green. We're taking this thing on. That's super frustrating though. This does look like we want to go here. Just going to wait for one more closure. See if we can ideally close above this high. And then we should be pushing to the upside a bit more. It's a bit annoying that we're like $50 away from TV as well. I literally just erased everything, but that's cool. It's part of trading, right? It is what it is. See if we get this closure above this level. And draw down, that's okay. Really wanting a closure before I look to add into this position here. It's okay, I'm not too worried. Still got 30 seconds for this M1. Last reaction here. See if we can get a closure above here. On a 30 and just breathe. And so this is what I was saying, right? You have a lot of profit and then you see it go away and potentially going into the negatives here. I usually get tilted, but today, especially because I'm recording myself, I think that definitely helped. We're just gonna trade, stick to the process. These things happen. I should have had a stop loss in profit, to be fair, which I should do right now actually. Don't make the same mistake, but just be mindful. 8 minutes we really have. So open this thing, wants to fly up the handle now. Nice reaction here. We're going to look to add one more at this closure. Adjust our stops to reflect that. We'll wait for the micro position. Frustrating. If this floors again on us and we get stuck out, we are just going to wait till fall. That's the cue that, okay, enough is enough. And just tell our horses. Ideally, we get this nice push to the upside here now. We had that closure above this previous level. We've seen the reactions here. Tried to take us low. Got very close. Didn't. And now had a bit of displacement moving away here. The targets for now, ideally here. Previous day, very area lows once again. But because we've tapped this daily BC, this could actually be the point where the market just absolutely rallies and we go for all-time highs again. So it's not a bad entry to get back in here. Again, 7 minutes. We really do want to try and get out. I need to adjust my stops again. Let's not make the same mistakes. Let's be sensible. Make sure we're locking in some profit as we're going here. I think this is it actually. Let me not speak too soon. I've done this twice now. So let's see if we hit TP and then I'm going to talk my talk. Just thinking that this low. So if it wants to come back on us, we'll still walk away with something. At least there's that part of me that you don't want to do what you did last time. Close out the trade. Let's let it go to TP. I think that demonstrates the importance of being flexible in trading. Really cool I was able to actually record this. For me, I'm a scalper. I love this type of in and out, quick movements. It took a little bit longer than it probably should have, but it is what it is. Just being dynamic with trading. Things don't go your way a lot of the time in life, even when you look like you're just right at that finish line and then something's gonna happen. But look, just keep trying. Don't give up. I blew those 3 accounts. I recorded the episodes. I didn't want to upload them. I was like, I'm so tempted to just be like, trading maybe just isn't for me. I've tried so many times, like I just don't think it's worth it. But God keeps encouraging me that like I gave you this ability, I've given you all this time you spent learning, like it's now just refining the process. And I guess my biggest thing now is, okay, we can do this on combines and challenges and past combines in a day, but why do I struggle so much when it comes to actual live accounts? That's a mental barrier that I'm still working through, and it's cool that you guys get to be on the journey for that. Great training day today. Every day is a good training day, to be honest. Win, loss, whatever. Take the lesson, learn from it. Grateful to God that we get another day to do this and speak with you guys. All the best for the rest of the week. Interesting to see what happens, whether we do actually make the miraculous recovery from the daily level, pump all the way back to all-time highs, or whether we just keep flooring to Armageddon. Look after yourselves, stay safe, God bless. Peace.